what font styles would be using, but it is really neat and professional if your font style would be Gothic Sans Serif script, right? So I think everyone is familiar with the font styles, right? Have you tried in Microsoft Word? So there are many font styles, no? So where is Mr. Agir? Give me one font style from our Microsoft Word. Alfred, any font style lang? Wala si ano? Okay, or okay, Ansa Calibri, right? Alfred, very good. Another, Julian, kinsay mo kakuan? Okay, very good. Lastly, si Earl. Okay, very good. So there are again different font styles, and I think you're familiar with the forms for that already. But again, for our building plans, the best would be the Gothic sans serif script. Okay, these are formed by a series of short strokes only. So I think mo po ni ang gitudlo this kanang font style was taught when we were young also. So mo ni ang gitudlo gyud sa grade school pata, no? So for our building drawings, we would have an appropriate lettering height, no? So from I will be discussing this table, no? So as you can see, so first row or first column of our table would be the item or what type of what type of drawing would be used. So example, ang title of drawing or component of the drawing would be used. So the title for drawing, as you remember on our lesson last week, last week, the planning of a sheet. So we already know the title of the drawing, the subtitles, and the general notes, right? So Anita, balik ta ane. Who could remember what is an A4 paper? No, what is the difference within an A4 paper and a short bond paper? Okay, who could answer that? Okay, manawag na lang ko. Or is Angel Amplayo? Is Angel around? Okay, wala. Okay, sige. Okay. Good afternoon. Oh, okay, very good. Sakto, sakto. Right? You're right. So the difference between an A4 paper and a short bond, ang A4 paper is slightly longer than the short bond paper, no, but it is way slimmer. It is slimmer pod, no. So how about the the comparison of or the relation of the A3 paper and an A4 paper? Where is Mr. Ranan, Jazreel? Did I pronounce your name right? Uh, good morning. Difference, the relation of an A3 paper and an A4 paper. The A3 paper and an A4 paper, ang unsay kuan nila, kanang comparison or unsay relation nila. Okay, that is a very good observation. But unsa mo gyud ang pinaka kuan nila, basic nga ngano ma-relate man A3 ang A4 ngano na may numbering ang A3 nganong A4 man ang sunod. Could you give the kuan? Okay, who can save Mr. Anan about okay, Julian can do that. Uh, alright, okay, very good. So an A4 paper is half an A3 paper, or an A3 paper would be twice an A3 paper would be an A2 paper, right? So twice an A2 paper would be an A1 paper, and lastly, twice of an A1 paper is an A0 paper. So basically, the biggest size of a paper here would be our A0 paper. No? So based from our character height, when you have paper sizes of A1, A2, A3, A4, the size of your or the height of your characters for the title of the drawing would be only 6 mm, whereas an A0 paper 8 mm ang sizes ang sa atong character height. So I will give you an example, okay? So example, you remember this drawing, no? This plan, this set of plan, right? Mo na atong gi-discuss last meeting, no? Okay. So ang title of your drawing would be asa man ani? Title of the drawing. Okay, so example, this drawing. Ay, di man ma-zoom lagi na ako. Okay, so this drawing, asa man ang title niya? The rear elevation. Asa ang title? Ellie Joshua Iran, you're right. But that is the project title. Basically, you have one sheet of a drawing, right? So this drawing alone, kini siya. Kining, di ko ka-draw mo. Kini siya. Asa man atong drawing title? Kini naka-focus sa screen. Kini lang. Asa man ani? Asa ang atong drawing title ani? Unsa may drawing title ani niya? Not really the project title. No? Okay, very good. That is a real elevation. So basically, sakto ka Earl. Now, mo ni atong rear elevation. This is the drawing title. So this is ang rear elevation. Ang atong title of the drawing or ang drawing numbers niya would be for an A4 paper is 6 mm, if an A0 paper 8 mm. So let's focus lang sa A1, A2, A3, A4. So ayos lang ni kwentaha. So we have the subtitles, headings, views, and section designations. We will have a size of 3 mm, and the general notes, material list, and dimensions would be at 3 mm. So as you can see on this drawing, so asa ang dimensions ganyan eh? We could identify one dimension here. How about Joanne? Is Joanne here? So of course, ang dimensions na to, no? Kini siya, kini 5.2, ang 4 meters and 3.5 meters of a rear elevation of the house or the back side of the house, right? So, arita sa front elevation, so of course, ang drawing title niya, front elevation, and ang dimensions niya kay kini siya, no? As you can see, the characters of our dimensions and the character of our title drawing that has a big discrepancy. So as for our standard, dapat 6 mm ang height sa atong drawing title and 3 mm ang height sa atong dimension, sa character dimensions. Okay, nakasabot rata adto. Okay, so we have for all of our drawings, all of the sheets of our drawings, we should only designate at least for an A1 to A4 paper, no? Dapat 2 lang ang atong character heights. Okay, so you could say 6 mm and 3 mm, or you could reduce it to 5 mm or 2.5 mm. Okay, ako usually mugamit ko ani 3 mm or 6 mm. Organic kung huot na akong drawings or medyo masikip na ang drawings nako, I would use the 2.5 mm and the 5 mm. Okay? So again, I'll repeat for an A1 to A4 paper, usually duha lang gyud ang tigamit nimo para arranged, para uniform ang sizes ng character height mo. Okay, again, 6 mm and 3 mm or 5 mm and 2.5 mm. So, I will give you the difference niya. So, let's try for an A0 paper. Reminding A0 paper, you have 3 sizes. So, 8 mm size for this title of drawing. So, mo na difference yun niya sa heights niya. So, subtitle, 6 mm, and general notes, material list, dimensions, 3 mm. So, you can see the difference na. Of course, ang 3 mm is way smaller than the 8 mm size. Okay, so akini actual sizes, no? So imagine if you'll get a ruler, ang 3 mm is like what pila man na ka-inches. So anyways, mo na siya. Kung kuha mo ruler, if you get a ruler, you can see the three stripes for the size. You could see how small is an 3 how small is 3 Okay, how small or how big is the 8 character height compared to a 3 character height. Okay, moving on to the dimensioning of the letters. So again, I will be explaining this table. So we have this appropriate dimensioning of letters. So basically, on your AutoCAD, automatic na ni siya, no? So when you write on your AutoCAD, when you do text on your AutoCAD, automatic na ni nga spacings. Pero we would be discussing lang jud pod, no? For the sake of kung magmano-mano ta og sulat, or for the sake of kanang manual lettering yun, no? So again, for the first column would be the characteristics, or the asa dapit what label would be using. Next, parameter, or what legend would be used for each component of the dimensioning. Next, ang ratio between the text height. Then the lettering height if you would have a 3 text height and a 6 text height. So example, no, we are bound to use, or we are using a 3 text height. So the spacing between our characters, or between D and I, would be parameter A, or 20% of H, or 2/10. Okay? So example, 3 ang text height. So the spacing between characters would be pila man according sa table. Hello? Class? Okay, 0.60. So the space for this is 0.60. The space between I and M, ang clear spacing ha, clear spacing, not the spacing between characters. Ang clear spacing nila is this ratio. Okay, 2/10 of the text height. Okay, next, ang guideline spacing. Now, guidelines kini siya mo ni siyang horizontal lines na on top and below the character height. So guidelines should be at a guideline spacing would be at 40% of the text height, or 4/10, or if you're using a 3 text height, 1.2 So if example 3 din gamit na to, 1.2 ang kini nga gap, or ang atong label G. For minimum spacing of base characters, mo ni ang B, so base sa inyong characters, or bottom sa inyong characters, space niya mao po ni. So then lastly, minimum spacing between words pod is 6/10 of your text height, or ang E. So this, okay? So E. Next is ang thickness of the lines. Usually ana one pod na 10% of our text height, or 1:10, or 0.3 So basically, if you would be using a 3 text height, 0.3 ang imong takpen nga size gamiton po nimo. So you would be using a 6 nga lettering height, 0.6 nga ball pen ang gamiton nato. Okay, nasabot to about the thickness of the lines. So again, baliko na ko ha. So if you would be using only 3 text height, you would be using your 0.3 ball pens. So for our class, unsa nga ball pen man na? Katong GTEC, no? Di ba? Yes, very good. And for 6 text height, what ball pen would be using? What ball pen would we be using? Ang katong yes, katong my gel, no? Di ba? I required you to buy 2 ball pens, 0.3 GTEC, then ang 0.5 my gel, or kadong pilot VTEC point. Okay? So basically, mo lang na. So again, sa AutoCAD, automatic automatic na ni siya nga makuha ni dayon sa AutoCAD. So no need of magbantay-bantay kasi mong lettering. Gani, when we write, we already know the dimensions. Diba? So when you write words, mag-lettering taga-tuwa lang, we already know basic spacing na gud ana. Sakto na na, pero na lang tayo gagmay nga guidelines. Okay? Okay, also, we have one note here. Okay? So the spacing between two characters may be reduced if this gives a better visual effect. So kung gwapo tan-awon siya, pwede pagamyan imong spacing or padak-an nimo. For example, for an overlap case, example kining LA and TV, as you can see, there is a very big gap on the top character, uh, on the top ang nasa taas sa characters mo. So you could smaller the space between characters. Also for this, ang bottom sa inyong characters, medyo dako ang space, so you could lessen the spacing between characters. Whereas if you have adjoining stems, example of an NI, so the stem of an A, and the I, kay kung sigkit ra pud kaayo, it would not be visually pleasing. So you should have a bigger gap pod. Again, ang point lang ani is it should be visually pleasing or it would be better looking lang pod. Okay? So, moving on. Ay, nakasabot ra tanan? Okay lang mo? Any questions so far? None so far? Ay, Liwaya, yes, you have a question? Ay, yes, nakasabot ra. Okay, next, I'll give you some lettering tips. So tip number 1, horizontal lines of the letters are drawn from left to right. So example for this, example, alang, kibaw ko, kibaw na mo, pero para dyan sa kibaw. So sample ta, lettering ta sample. Left to right, no? So for the letter E, so left to right, so E na alya, left to right, left to right, left to right. So ang direction sa characters mo ana kay padung ana, no? Left to right. And next kay vertical incline and curved lines are drawn from top to bottom. So top to bottom po na ana. Okay, I think sabot ra man jud to. Di ko na nako no. Next is tip number 2. Lettering in drawing should be in uppercase. So uppercase na tanan except for abbreviations like MM, CM or mga dimensionings. Example, for this plan, na? Kung ari ta sa general notes, I think the general notes we have already MM na. Okay, here. As you can see, capital letter tanan, uppercase tanan, except for sayop ni siya. Kini lang unta 6 mm kini siya. Moy dako nga small letter. So may sample na nga mas better no. Anyways, katura, I think you get the point. Example for this, no? 0.4 mm. So ang lower size niya kay kining dimensions kay the abbreviation for this also standard abbreviation small letter yun ang mm. Okay? Nasabot ra? I think you get the point, right? Class? Okay, very good. Next, tip number 3. After lettering has been completed, the guidelines may not be erased. Not necessarily that you should erase it, no? So guidelines are the lines, no? Ang thinner, very thin lines naman na siya. Usually pencil, yun na siya. Guidelines para lang, okay, these are guidelines, right? No? Para lang guided mo horizontally. Okay, horizontally guided mo sa letters niyo. Okay, para straight yung letters niyo and your sizes would be the same for all the characters. Okay? So here are common lettering errors. So first is the letters are not uniform in style. Okay? So do you remember mga keypad pa tong phones, diba? Itong uso pa ang GM bitaw. No, kinamdo mo to ng mga small letter, big letter, mga Digimon pa ta ba? Kadto namatay face gyud ana nga Digimon pa ta. Small letter, big letter. So imagine a plan nga naay nga na. So di ba murag tutyo kay paminawon, tutyo kay tan-awon no. So again, ang proper lettering kay kini nasa taas, letters not uniform in style mao ni siya. So katong panahon nga kuan pa bad jud to, bad practice na siya to. Bad practice to siya nga ngadto manog ngadto ta. Next is letters not uniform in height. So mao ni this is a mm, bad practice or kuan pod kung especially if you don't have guidelines, usually this would happen. Your letters would not be uniform in height. Next is letters are not uniformly vertical or inclined. So example kada bitaw in atong i-incline atong pagsulat. Ako usually I do incline ko magsulat yun o mga letters. Pero inclined all throughout. Not na straight akong E, S, and T, I would make it inclined, no? I-incline po tanan kung mo inaandan ako. So, ang proper yun niya, of course, kuan tanan, straight lahat. Okay? Next is, letters are not uniform in thickness of stroke. So, usually, mahitabo ni ang tech pens. Siguro for your pens, especially the G-Tech, sure ko almost siguro 90% if wala na tagak ang ball pens ninyo, uniform ang strokes ana. Pero for the tech pens, katong Rotrings, katong mahal kaayo, dapat paspas mo musulat or fast mo musulat kay once you kanang mo hinay og sulat, mo blot man ang pen adto, mo blot man ang ink. So mo na your speed all throughout when you do the lettering parehas lang. Okay, para ang ink pod parehas lang ang flow. Okay? Next is areas between the letters are not uniform. So as mentioned from the previous slide, katong overlapping case and katong isa, limot ko. Overlapping case and the adjoining stems. Okay? Another common lettering error is this, poor letter forms. As you can see, again, we would be using ang Gothic sans serif. So there is a proper way to do the lettering and I'll be showing to you in the next slide. And the letters would be too thin. Okay, so imagine you would be lettering a very big kanamurag tarpaulin. Example na, wala pa tong mga printers na lettering pa lahat tong mga tarpaulins. So if you'd be doing a very big letter, siguro mga 4 inches long, so dili na ka magamit og pens, right? You'd be using pentel pen already or ang thicker na mga writing material. So if you'd be also using 2.5 mm lang character height, it would be very bad if you would be using a pentel pen for that. It would be your strokes should be too heavy for it. So for kato lang, kini nga guide lang nga thickness of lines usually if you'd be writing a 3 mm text height, dapat ang pencil mo kay 0.3 or way thinner than the 6 mm text height or ang 0.6 mm nga thickness. Okay? Okay, so far nakasabot ra sa common lettering errors. Class? Hello? Okay, good ra. Okay, lastly, ang letters should be blacker. So, mahitabo ni example, imong pencil ba? Pencil nga way too sharp. Kanang pencil nga way too sharp pod. Usually, kanang nigpis kay kag sinuwatan ana. Also, if your pens are kanang hapit na mahurot o marapit na maubos, so your strokes should be way lighter. Okay? So dapat consistent yun ang pagka-black po sa letters niya, especially sa mga pencil, no? It would be better nga sakto gid mong fine gud imong kanang pag-sharpen ana. No, mo na nga mas better gyud ang mechanical pencils ang gamiton pod. Okay, than the conventional pencils. Okay. Kaya di ba kung pencil ka, you would be using Mongol na i-sharpen mo. If mura pug habol na imong lead, your strokes should be thicker compared to newly sharpened na nga leads. Okay. So forming the letters. So there are different kind of strokes. Now first, we have the vertical strokes, horizontal strokes, diagonal strokes, curve stroking, and the special case, which is the S stroke. So all strokes are made downward or from top to bottom and from left to right. And there are no upward stroking. Mo stroke ka pataas, bad practice na siya. Okay? So first, for the top to bottom stroke or downward stroking, masulod ani these characters B, D, E, etc. Then from left to right strokes or ang horizontal stroking lang, involved po ang A, B, D, etc. Na below no, below sa stroke ang characters involved. Of course, ang diagonal stroking mo ni siya nga letters pod. Then of course, next ang curve strokes mo ni nga letters. Then lastly ang special stroking ang atong S. Okay. So here is, yes, Julian, do you have a question? Yes. Mm. Here, na money, Julian na. So money, I know you tudlo ni nato tao naman. When you were young, I think we are already familiar with these strokes or with this gothic stroking, no? Ato lang i-review. Review gamay and let's do it on a professional way or a better standard lang. So this is the proper way to stroke and the proper sequence on how and when to do your strokes. Okay, so mo ni siya. So for A, you have numbers, right? Klaro naman, di ba? Masabot naman, di ba? Ang how and when to do it. Any questions on this drawing? Wala, di ba? I think sabotable ra kayo man. Okay, very good. So this is how you would do your lettering. Okay? So mo po ni ang atong plate. Okay, mo na ang plate na to. Okay, would be your first plate. So instructions are above. Again, for the first line, you would be drawing using pencils. For the second line, you would be drawing using tack pens or katong ball pens. So you know what size to use now for 6 mm. You know what size to use for 3 mm tack size. Okay. Ang akong emphasize lang is the spacing of the characters. So spacing would be the same spacing as I have an example on the left side. And the number of characters does not matter, only the spacing. So na one case ani class last na ko nga tudlo ani nga course. Ang gigama gyud niya tulo ra pod. So tulo ra ka book ana. Tulo ra ka book badlis pod. Ani pod mo ra gi-follow niya. Again, hutdo ninyo ani hangtod sa end until the end, not necessarily nga 3 lang. Ako lang ani example ang spacing lang that you should follow this spacing, not very wide spacing and not very close spacing. So this spacing should be followed. Okay, klaro? Kini pod, kini nga strokes, this spacing of the strokes should be followed here also until the end. Okay? Not necessarily nga magama mo guidelines, not necessary. Would not kanang yung guidelines vertical guidelines bitaw. Ayun na, no need na. Basta mag-strokes na mo, okay na kay ko ana, no? Ayaw lang i-overthink ni nga exercise, ayaw lang i-overthink ni nga plate. Okay? So mas better man gyud nga on your own ra mo. Dili mo, do not use rulers po da. Freehand sketching lang tanan, freehand sketching. No use of rulers, no use of straight edges. Freehand yun mo ani. So of course I would know yun pod. Ayo, don't overthink kay sus. Ay mo pagsuot nga kanang using ruler ha, maklaro gyud ba nako yun na kung hibaw jud ko ana kung gagamit mo og ruler o wala. Maklaro ra ba jud na. no? So again, spacing parehas, then ang tech pens to use, i-sure lang po. Okay? So this is your first plate, right? And again, another one pod, use A4 paper, not a short band paper, ha. Again, ma-disrupt ang size ani kung mogamit mo og kanang short band paper. Okay? So I'll show you the plates, no? The entire plate lang pod. So that is for the basic lettering stroking man. Plate number 1. Plate number 2, one is technical lettering niya using an 8 mm text height, no? So as you can see, there are already grids. You have guided grids sa first 1, 2, 3, 4 characters nga mo ninyo. Okay? But that does not mean that you would be drawing grids for this. No need na nga magama pa mo grid ane. Magana pa mo? Wala na ha. No need ni sayop ni. Sayop. Automatic na mo nga mag-draw gid mo dayon. Draw mo L. Ay, sorry. Freehand. Okay. Matik na niya. L, ana na. Ana pod. No need to draw kay naa jud ko isa nga klase ani nga ga-draw sila na. Ga-draw pa na og mga guide na murag vertical grids bitaw. No need na. Okay, ditso na mo automatic. Gama man ni pod. Ha? Hmm? Oh, wala. Kay mao gani na nga ga-practice man ta ani. Ga-practice man ta ani. Balag mga maot good. Pero sure ko di magbantay pod mo. Discipline gyud nga mag-practice mo og tarong nga suwat ba. Ana, oh. Practice man nga na grades. First, you'll be practicing with grids, right? Then next, without grids na. Okay? Again, no need nga magbutang mo grids, ha? No need. Instructions should be on the plates man sad. So next plate, kane. So same lang gyapon nga dili mo are, di mo magama og grids. Especially no need to make grids, no need to give make the spacing katong kini akong gi-discuss nga lettering nga spacing. No need to have those katong mga vertical nga kuan. So pag mag-lettering mo nga magsalig mo vertical nga grids dili na. Guidelines okay na sufficient na ang guidelines kining horizontal guidelines lang sufficient na siya. And on the sheet, on the template, it is already given. Okay? So basically, matic right lang mo sa letters ani. Okay? I think sabot raman, di ba? And lastly mo ni ang plate, last plate. Okay? For more instructions would be posted sa atong plates lang. Okay? Klaro ra ang instructions sa plates? Okay. I think Julian has a question. 0.3. 0.3, as I've mentioned, depende na sa size sa inyong text, di ba? So, again, we have only two sizes man. Ang 3mm and ang 6mm. For this, we have also the 8mm size, no? Ang bigger sizes. So, bigger sizes, 8mm and 6mm, you'd be using the MyGel. Katong thicker nga pen. For the 3mm, kini siya, 3mm text height, you'd be using your GTEx or 0.3mm nga text height. 0.3mm nga GTEx. Okay? Refer lang ani kining okay, kining kuan table. Mo ni siya usually mo ni ang gina-practice. Ning last na, thickness of lines or thickness sa imong character. Mo na siya. Okay? So, are we clear about the instructions? And how to do it properly. Yes, Nino, do you have a question? A4, 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 A4. Di ba, on the materials that I required you to buy, I specifically wrote nga A4 paper gyud, di ba? And gibalik-balik na ko na nga A4 and not short one paper kay ang point na ko ana, these templates are printed using an A4 paper na. Kini siya A4 paper ang gigamit nako pag kuha na ni pag uh, paano ni pag layout nako. I laid out the drawing using or the yo I laid out the activity using an A4 paper. And if you would print it using a short bond paper or a long bond paper, the sizes would be disrupted. Ang sizes ani mudako or mugamay. Okay? Klaro ra? No more questions? Okay, very good, Ellie. Okay, klaro ra, Tiox. Okay? Okay, very good. So again, if you have questions, ay mo kawawa pod, you could always ask me. Or you could ask your class rep, then a class rep name ask na ko. Okay? Okay, very good. So that's it for today. And ang next meeting, you'd be submitting your templates, ha? Yes, Julian? Si Kuan. To? Si Liwaya and where's other one? Oh yes, Vincent. Hello sir, needed yun na substance 20 ang A4. I prefer substance 20, pero if wala mo kitag substance 20, okay ra basta A4 lang. Ang substance 20 kay mo na best nga kinasukuan mo thickness niya. Ang substance niya mo na ang thickness man sa imong paper. So, substance 20, yes. Hmm. Akong i-send ni sa classwork karon. Yes, Liwaya. Does Liwaya have a question? You're raising your head? Okay, okay. Absent may last meeting. Umikibaw sa materials. Anyways, LG, I've posted this on our Google Classroom. I think I posted the wala ba? But I think no. I mean, question na mo question si LG nga. Sir, absent may last meeting mo wala mi kabalo sa palito na materials. I think I posted sa atong messenger, no? Nag-post ko sa messenger o kuan. Ang i-check ba? Sa slides? Wala ba? I think I posted the slides on the messenger. Ang Canva link akong gi-post. Ay, wala day. Wala day, no? Sige, I will post it lang. I'll post the, sorry. Wala na ko na-post. Nalipat ko. See, I'll post the Canva link and I think I've pre-recorded pod. Ang last nga class, I've recorded the session. I'll post it na lang. Mr. Tambis, pwede pang root ring. Oh, pwede kayo. Ang root ring nimo kato ng takpen nga refillable ba? Where is Theogenes Tambis? Refillable na or naman po ikuan? May rotring pens, rotring tech pens nga disposable good. Okay, so yes, of course you could use that. It's better nga mo practice mo tech pen yun. Pero again, if ikaw magamit ninyo, wala pa ko attendance ganyan. Every after using your tech pens yun, especially the refillable ones, you would be always cleaning it. Okay, para dili mo gahi ang inks. Okay, any other questions? Wala na ako na post, no? Nalipat yun go. I thought I posted the Canva link yun on our GC. But anyway, I could post it mo po dayon ron. Okay, discussions, last meeting, no? Ay, sorry. Any other questions? While I am scanning through, asa tong wala na ko na post there. Oh, na-post ang link pero wala ang materials. Ah, oo ba? I-check na ako. Course outline ang i-post eh. Lag mo internet. Kini di ba? Drawing instruments man to, di ba? Last meeting. Drawing instruments and planning of a sheet. So, kinsa to? Si Mr. LG. LG, I'll be posting this ha. I-scan na lang ang presentation. Then another question, kanang tanang plates amoy submit next meeting. No. I would be handing out five plates ne. Pero para na nga ang 5 plates ma-print ninyo directly ang 5. Print lang. Pero ang submission first 2 plates, ang plate number 1 and plate number 2 would be submitted on Saturday. And plates 3 and 4 next Saturday, and ang last plate ang kuha na po on the following Saturday after that, March 11. Okay, so basically next meeting or next Saturday, ang first 2 plates ang i-submit ninyo. Okay? Bigyan ako na send nila. Planning of a ship. Oh. Ay, sorry. Kakaroon ako. Kandiyo ra. Kandiyo. Tara. Okay. Ellie, naa sa last sa drawing instrument. No? Kini siya na. Kung ang palitono na to. Kini maapas pa man. Kaya pwede pa makapalit yun. Kini. Okay. So, any other questions? Wala na. So, I would be proceeding with the attendance. No. Basically, ang plates, automatic, magsulat na mo. Also, one, I would also be grading you on how you would fill out your title blocks, ha? Kini. Kini bitaw? Yes, no need na. No need to write instructions. This I will be also grading you on how you would be filling up the title block. Okay. Any questions? Kaya I would be proceeding that with the attendance. Section C, no? Section C or section B? Section B. Sorry. Okay. Section B. Okay. Say present. Your name is called Abuseho. Okay. Agir. Si Agir, di ba? Nato ganina. Okay. Again, ang i-pass next meeting is plate number 1 and 2. It will be also on the classwork that I will be posting later. The deadline should be detailed there. Okay. Next, amigo. Amper. Amplayo. I think amplayo is around ganina. Anunciado. Okay, Baura. Ayan, withdraw di. About Bongo. Okay, Bravo. Bulawan. Bungabong. Kalipusan. Kantago. Capricho. Sirunay. Cleopas. Desponte. Mo si Desponte. Dos Pueblos. Escobido. Wala. Galab. Si Escobido. Okay, si Galab. Okay, Galab is here. Gaviola. Geomar. Okay. Henobatin. Sakto, no? Henobatin or Genobatin? Okay, very good. Haganas. Iran. Hala. Okay, Hala is here. Hala, kita man. Haniola. Okay na si Iran. Haniola. Okay, Capricho is around, no? Capricho is around, don't worry. Si Lucenara. Okay na, no problem. Haniola is present. Lucenara is present. Mestre. Mante. Okay, Mestre, very good. Mante. Where is Mante? Wala. Martil. Okay, Matuod. Mercado. Sorry. Okay, very good. Mystica. Navasquez. Or Yoke. Panto. Penalosa. Quarante. Kirante, sorry. Kirante. Kate is here. Ranan. Ranyan, Ranyan? Sakto? Ranan. Okay, sorry. Rivera. Okay. Sagaral, salang, tambis, tambis. Okay. Tutor, bitor, yambaw. Okay, very good. Kaya ako lang i-repeat kung wala ha. Amper, baura, kalipusan, kantago, sirunay, desponte, mante, Navasquez, salang, and vitor. Okay? So, why natawag tanan? Everyone was called, right? Okay, so very good. So, thank you for listening, and I hope you would make use of your time. Nga napatay 1 hour, oh man, 2 hours kapin. So, please make use of your time wisely. Okay, so thank you for listening, and have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye. Sige. Bye bye.